So stretching when your muscles hurt, okay? Like if it's the next day, day after, something like that, okay? Particularly focusing on your leg muscles and your glutes, with an eye to helping runners and cyclists, okay? Now, the important thing is if your muscles are cold, like your muscles are like balloons, think of that, okay? And what you don't want to do is stretch them too quickly because you'll tear them, okay? So it's important to warm them up first, okay? And that helps relax and ease the muscles. So what I'm an advocate of doing to get your muscles warm is a thing they use in yoga quite a lot called downward facing dog. And what I want you to do is to go into that and just pedal your ankles up and down, and it will just start relaxing the muscles, warming them up, and then we'll do a couple of stretches after that. And muscles, okay, you'll hear people talk about your posterior chain and your anterior chain, okay? Anterior front, posterior back, okay? So anterior, down the front of your thighs, your quad muscles, okay? And your hip flexors here. So your hip flexors are the ones that get your leg to do that. So they bring the leg up, yeah. They often get really tight because we spend an awful lot of time sitting, okay? They're tightening at the moment. Whereas there, they'll be extended, and there, they're being stretched, yeah. And quad muscles, 4 of them at the front, hamstrings, back of the thigh, calf muscles, 2 run down the back of your calf, and also as part of your posterior chain, band that goes across the bottom of your foot, which is called your plantar fascia. If that's tight, it will then start tightening your Achilles, start tightening your calf muscles, start tightening your thigh muscle, all interlinked, okay? So if one's wrong, the rest are likely to be wrong. So anyway, I'll do this fairly quickly, okay? So downward facing dog. Hands under your shoulders, okay? And tuck your toes under. Can you see that? Okay, toes tucked under, yeah? And then from there, stick your bum up in the air, okay? And not too fussed what goes on with your back, but try and keep it straight. And then take your bum backwards and think about your heels going down to the ground, and then start just really gently, just pedaling your way. What it's going to do is just start warming your legs up, relaxing everything through, okay? Start loosening those muscles off. I would suggest doing, I'm being real here, you're human beings with better things to do in your life than stretch. Try and do 30 seconds a minute, okay? If you're finding the weight too much in your arms, okay, it starts to ache a bit, come forward, come back out again. Okay, even this motion there, you see, I've got my arms more straight, more stretched. Okay, my bum goes back to my heels, weight comes forward. That motion there is stretching out your posterior chain as well. Okay, so if you're struggling with your hamstrings, calves, okay, go into those. Once your body's warm, okay, you know your body, okay, you know what you're doing. If you've been completely stationary, then I'd suggest about 5 minutes of warming up. If you've been out walking or the rest of it, I would suggest a minute, okay? Again, in an ideal world, do 5 to 10 minutes. But I realise that you've got other things to get on with. Now, stretches for you to do. Glute stretches, your bum. Okay, one that I particularly like. I think you can see me here. Okay, cross one leg over. And see, I've got my right hand down, right leg's bent over, left elbow to left thigh, never hit your knee. Your knee can move out of place, okay? So you don't want to hit there, okay? And you're pushing my thigh that way and turning this way. And you start stretching out down the side of your leg, okay? As well as the side of your body a bit. Then do the same on the other leg. Whatever you do on one leg, do exactly the same for exactly the same amount of time on the other leg. I'll explain why in another video. Okay, and good one for your glutes is cross one leg over and then hands cross around the back of your straight leg, okay, and just pull. Let your head do what your head wants to do, okay? If you're comfier with your head up a little bit, have your head up a bit. If you're comfy with your head down, have your head down, okay? And just pull on there. With all of these stretches, go to where you feel the stretch, okay? Don't go past uncomfy, okay? And again, ideal world, hold them for about 5 minutes, okay? What happens is your muscles will be under tension, and then you go to stretch them, and it goes, ooh, I'm right at my limit. if you hold it ever so bit by bit by bit, your neural pathways, the bits from your brain to the muscle, will start realising that, oh, actually this is okay, and just start ever so gradually releasing, okay? And then your muscle grows, okay, stretches and gets longer. So do that on both legs for your glutes. For the rest, I'm going to show you standing up. Okay, so start off like this, okay, and have your foot relaxed down to the floor and send your bum backwards, and that will stretch out your hamstring and run down the back of your thigh. Okay, so you're pushing your bum backwards, okay, and your foot's flopped down. Okay, and you see I'm bent over. Okay, when I'm up here, the stretch is all gone because it's posterior chain. I'm making it as long as possible. So then move it down to your calf, then raise your toe up towards the sky, and you'll feel the stretch go down your calf muscle. Again, standing upright, I have absolutely nothing. Down, I'm then asking the tissue to go from my big toe past my ankle, past back of my knee, past my bum, all the way up to my shoulder, yeah? So it's just more stretched out. And what I like to do here is just twist your ankle very gently, left and right. Okay, so keeping your heel in place, but just twisting your ankle. And what that does is you've got two muscles that run down your calf, so it'll make sure that both of those are stretched out. Okay, so that's hamstrings, calves, and then roll forward onto that front foot. And then what I like to do is go up on the toe of your back foot, and you see my thigh goes down straight. Okay, my toes up, thighs straight down in line with my body. And then first of all, just push your bum forward. Okay, nothing really happens. Okay, well, I'm pushing quite hard at the moment, and you probably haven't seen the movement in my body. Stretching out my hip flexor here. Okay, and hold there. And then, still keeping your thighs straight in line with your body, start to take your heel down towards the floor, and the stretch goes down into your quad muscles at the front. And what you'll find is, depending on where the weight is in, you see my heels, I'm not sure if you can see, my heel hasn't really moved. It's the thought process of it going down. Okay, it doesn't have to touch the floor, it's the thought of taking your heel down to the floor. If I change where my weight is on the ball of my foot, like towards my big toe, towards my little toe, will depend which out of my quad muscles gets stretched the most. Okay, my advice is, if you're only going to do one, find the point where you're tightest and hold there. Okay, and again, if you can hold for 5 minutes, amazing. But I realise this is real life, and try and do 30 seconds a minute. Okay, all of these stretches I'm doing are called static stretching. We've warmed up through the dynamic stretching, okay, through the yoga. What you don't want to do, don't bounce in stretches, okay, because then you can tear the muscle, okay, so you hold, all right.